technically, I'm the one that's late. All right. Who needs help? Someone told me they had like a million
What's up,
questions.
Sean?
What's up, Darren?
I was my man.
It's
So,
that's never good when you start a sentence with laughing.
so I know we can get creative with these deals, right? And
Uh-huh.
this realtor just she keep hitting me up because like she really wants me to like create some type of offer that can work. The only thing is that the taxes and insurance was really high, and so I at first I proposed the idea. I was like, how about we purchase the property at 390? It's listed for 545, and
Mm-hmm.
then no monthly payments, and then refinance you out at like 10-year balloon. But and then I was like, dang, I don't think that's going to cash flow.
Okay, wait,
So
hold on. I'm confused. It's listed for how much?
545.
Okay, so it's listed for 545, and you said you're going to get it under contract for 390.
No, I was just thinking this. I didn't send this to her.
Okay, all right. Finish. Go ahead and finish. But I'm following you, right? I heard you
Yeah,
correctly.
yeah. Get
Okay,
on a
okay, keep
contract
going.
for like 390, and then like make no monthly payments for 10 years, and then refinance out the rest. Is that crazy?
The rest meaning the difference between 390 and the 545 that they wanted.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, that is not crazy. You just structured it a little bit wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter how you look at it. The purchase price is still 545.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially what you're saying is, hey, we'll do a $545,000 purchase price, and through the rest of the part, because obviously, 390, that's going to change. But we'll do a $545,000 purchase price. We'll give you X amount of dollars as your down payment. This will be your monthly payment, or I'm sorry, this will be your down payment, and then you're not getting anything for 10 years, and then in 10 years we pay you off. So you have the right idea. You just left out, like $130,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, your idea is fine. If you can, no interest, no payments. That's something that it's harder to convince someone to do that, but that's definitely something that has been done thousands upon thousands of times. As long as you can convince the seller to do it, and the deal ultimately makes sense still for a buyer, you can get that sold.
Okay, but like, yeah, that's my part. Like, how do I make that make sense? Like, I already know she's gonna be down with it because she just texted me. She was like, "How about we do like 330?" It's like she kind of read my mind. I didn't say nothing to her, but she was like, "How about we do 330 right now, and then like refinance you out like 7-year balloon, or not refinance, but pay the rest of the loan in 7 years." So
Well,
she's
now
down with it.
that wording is a little different. That wording makes it sound like, bro, are you cutting my grass right now? Okay. No, I just wanted to listen to, the wind blowing. That's okay. Um, what were we saying? Yeah, the way that she worded that makes me think that she wants $330,000 down.
Yeah.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, that's what I was proposing, like 330, like no,
Oh,
that's
like
what I
a
was
down
thinking,
payment?
like 330 now, and
Oh
but no
no.
monthly payments.
Oh
But I was like,
no.
how's that gonna make
No.
sense?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
But then I
I mean,
started,
I don't want to say that doesn't make sense. I can't speak for everyone.
yeah,
I genuinely don't think there's going to be a whole lot of people who would buy that deal. You would have to have so many other mitigating circumstances to make it attractive, like the property's already been completely renovated, the cash on cash returns 50%.
excuse me.
Um, there's a leprechaun every year that you get a chance to catch them, and then maybe you get that pot of gold. It's like it's got to be. I don't. I'm not saying you can't find a buyer that'll take it. You might. I just think it's unlikely.
No, yeah, it was
The way
just
that that's structured.
I was just thinking like how
But you know
creative.
what? Good for you for thinking out of the box, because you wouldn't have known unless you understood how deals work and then can figure out, okay, what if we try it this way?
or
So
like
you're still doing good.
or like I I had this like just before I got on the meeting. What about like, so same 545, let's say we put 70 down for 5 years, no monthly payment, but for the rest of the 5 years, we pay him a monthly. And I was thinking that way because in those 5 years, the buyer supposedly could raise the rent, so it's gonna cash flow more. And then by that time the rent is raised, then it would cash flow even if we're paying the seller like $500 a month or 600 for that rest of the 5 year balloon. I don't know. I'm just thinking that.
No, not even that. But I mean, yeah, that everything you just said is 100% accurate. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking. But not even that. But the house is going to appreciate in 5 years. So then when they
Yeah.
refinance it, their LTV and terms will probably be better.
Now that could work, right?
That's a good one. It's a little bit higher on the entry fee than we would like, but what's the cash on cash return?
I don't know. I don't know. It was just a thought. I was thinking like 5 years, no monthly payment.
You got all the numbers?
Yeah, I can pull it up.
Let's run it. I'm curious. Everyone said, Sean, you're good at math. No, that's the other guy. I come out on Tuesdays.
Because you are good at math.
No, I need my calculator. That's the other guy. All right, let's see. So what was this? This was a seller finance, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you said a $545,000 purchase price. And then you said how much down? 70?
Yeah, we do 70.
Okay, so who's texting me? Doing a training. Okay, so that would be like 475,000. What'll it rent for?
2,000.
Oh, that's already tight. Realtor commission?
No.
Okay, that's good. Tax and insurance.
All right, so taxes is 7,500.
God, okay. All right.
Where's this in Texas?
Hell yeah. Insurance is 2,200.
All right, and then what is the monthly? Oof.
I don't know. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
I was like,
All right.
let's say 5 years down the line, it can rent for 2,400. And
okay. So 5 years down the line, 10%. So the first year would be 200. Second year would be $222. So okay. So I think it's fair to say 2,400 in 5 years. I think that's fair. It might actually be a little bit more, especially in Texas, but we'll see. There's some things coming down the pipe in the future that might change rents drastically in like the next 9 months. So let's do. Okay, so it's a 16% without that, which again, that's still kind of tight. Oh, I mean, if you can get him to take it, I would say don't go any more than like 500. And the only reason why I'm saying that, for those of you like, wait a minute, it's less than 10%. Well, first off, the first 5 years it was 16.5%. So if we average that out, then that's fine. And then two, even at 9.64%, it's still bringing in $8,700 a year, which is close to $7,200 or $720 a month.
yeah, it's cash. Cash.
Oh, it does cash flow. So I'm if this were an 8, I wouldn't give a damn what that is. I'm not. I wouldn't sell it. But yeah, if you can talk them into no interest, no payment for 5 years, and then $500 a month after, technically it can work.
I'm not though.
What condition is the property in?
Oh, it's a perfect house. Like nothing wrong with it. All
You want
white
my
inside,
opinion?
all modern. Yeah.
Go for it. The only thing that's going to make you better at closing is getting your teeth kicked in trying to close.
Right.
Like me, I've been taking martial arts my whole life, and I've been taking like a kind of weird martial art my whole life. I would absolutely love to fight Bruce Lee, not because I think I would win. I know I'm not going to win. Do you know what I would learn from that ass whooping? A lot. a lot. So yeah, I would say go for it. How do you know he won't take 5? Don't make the decision for other people. Give them the options. Let them choose for themselves. At the worst case scenario, you're going to get better at pitching, which is always a good thing.
Right. Like when I tell these realtors to add business days and they just they just don't do it. It's so annoying.
Sometimes they're not used to it. That's all. You just got to remind them. It's when they give you pushback after you remind them. That's when you know, okay, they tried to do that on purpose.
Yeah, because I just be like, oh yeah, my team don't work on Saturdays and Sundays. That's why I'm asking for business days. But I feel like a dick if I tell them to like go back and not rewrite the whole contract, but change that certain part. And I feel like
No,
they're gonna give me attitude.
they fill out contracts almost the same way that we do. And what I mean by that is how we have a template, they have a template, so they can change it just as easily as we can change it. I mean, is it not tedious and probably a pain in the butt? Yeah, it is. But it's not like it's the end of the world and they're going to kneecap you or something. It's not that serious.
Yeah,
Plus, it's got to say it. So whether they think it's that serious or not, they still got to change it.
yeah, and like I don't know though because the realtor he been trying to I sent you the screenshot. I was like, am I making sense? He's writing up a contract, and I think he's actually writing up the whole thing because it's been like I think
Really?
it's been. I don't think he's actually writing up the whole thing, but he's like I don't know what's he got to be new or something because it's been like 2 days and he's still like trying to write it up, and he keep asking me questions and like I'm
Maybe he's
going
new.
along
That's
with it,
good.
but yeah, I don't know. It's just,
That's when you listen. One of the first real estate agents I ever worked with was, oh God, she was a baby. So she was like 20 years old, been a real estate agent for like a year in a small town. I met up with her, let her know what I was trying to do. We Batman and Robin this whole thing. And working with someone newer is the best because she was open to any type of offer because she didn't know any better. So she said, hey, tell me about it. And if it makes sense, cool. If it doesn't, I'll ask more questions until it does, or I'll just tell you no. Fair enough. So getting the opportunity to educate, whether it's a realtor, a seller, or even just a random person, you never know who you're talking to. It's not about what you know, it's who you know, right? So getting the opportunity to educate anyone and build an alliance with that person, that's an awesome opportunity to grow your business.
okay.
So
That
yeah,
makes
go for it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of confused though because I'm looking at a contract the realtor sent me, and everything I'm looking at is everything is fine. But then when it comes to like the terms, she put 5% interest. We did not agree on that. But I'm scrolling down, and she included my contract that I sent her first. Um, yeah, she included my contract that I sent her first, and it's the correct terms. So it's like two different terms. Everything else is the same, but my my contract has no interest and her contract does, but it's in the same contract. I'm confused.
Yeah, you're gonna have to call her and say, hey, you're gonna have to literally explain to her what you just explained to me.
Huh.
Like legit. Because that is an issue. She can't be putting, well, no one can be putting terms that haven't been agreed on in contracts. That's not the way this works. So I would not do that over text. I would do that over a phone call.
Okay.
Is what I would do.
Because maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't want to sound like idiot. Maybe I'm missing something, but I didn't think you can put like two different contracts.
It's not about you sounding like an idiot. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with you getting clarification on something that doesn't make sense to you in a contract. You're not a lawyer. You're not a lawyer. It's completely fine to ask questions. Like, hey, I noticed this 5% here in the terms, but I don't remember us talking about 5%. Can you go over that with me? It's easy, non-threatening. Let people talk. If it makes sense afterwards, great. If it doesn't, then Say, okay, hold on a minute, and then call me. Shit, it's easy.
All right. Appreciate it, Sean.
No problem. All right. Who's next? Amber, what's up? What you got? A hybrid?
Yep. Oh my God, yes. You're psychic.
All right. Let's take a look at it.
Mortgage balance is just a second. 87,836. PITI is 1354. Interest rate is 6.375, so 6.38. It rounded.
Okay.
Cash to seller is 15,
Okay.
and then seller finance is 206, 164. Potential rent 2,100.
Okay.
No HOA. What's next?
1354. Okay.
No,
This is a tight. This one's tight. Oh, are we doing
very
real?
much so. No, but unfortunately, I have that payment at 155,
Yep.
and I was just trying to see if there was any way that I could make it a little more creative than what it is.
Let's see. 155. Yeah, if you sell this to someone that's got like a property management style portfolio, then this wouldn't work for them. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that you could do because this isn't your issue. Your this monthly payment to the seller, I mean, it's what's tipping you over, or tipping the whatever, overfilling the brim, the glass thing with the water. Anyway,
I got you.
That's what's causing that, but that's not your issue. The issue is what it rents for compared to what it's going to be costing. That's the biggest
That big
issue.
ass payment.
Yeah, because we've got $25,000 in rent per year. After the war chest comes out, assuming that there's no property manager, there's $21,000 left over. But then $16,000 has to come out for that mortgage. So even if we drop this to $100, now another $1,200 has to come out. They're only getting $4,000 a year from this deal. Only $200 a month. That's less than $200 a month. So it's not. I mean, this is what's breaking the deal, but that's not what's causing it. What's causing it is what it'll rent for versus what it's going to bring in. Have you already sold them on 155?
Sold them? No. Told them? Yes.
Did they take it? Like, were they okay with that?
I don't know yet. It's the realtor's in the middle, so I'm not sure. He didn't say no. I haven't received any flat no's. I'll say that.
I mean, technically on paper it works. It's not enough cash flow. Does it work as a short term? Did you run it as a short term rental?
No, actually, I did not.
Maybe try running it as a short term rental.
Okay.
Especially for a hybrid, because you don't have to worry about the tax and insurance. It's already in the mortgage payment.
No, that is something I've never done before, because how would I plug it in if there's no HO? Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't have to put the tax and insurance.
I sure do. Okay. Where the freak is the website?
Wait, I missed that. Are we in this scenario? We're not putting the taxes in?
Well, no, unlike a seller finance where we have to manually put in the tax and the insurance, when it's a subject to or a hybrid, it's already in the PITI. So we just have to. So in this situation, all you would have to do, Amber, is go to the inputs page once you put this in and just put in
Mhm.
whatever your short-term rental is.
I got you. All right, so 3 bedroom, 3 bath. It's popping up 43.3. So what is that? 43.3. So 43,300 divided by 12. $3,600 for short term.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Thanks for reminding me. Works as a short-term rental.
Okay. So does that mean
Now,
I'll be
you still have to make sure what city is this in?
Arlington?
Arlington. Does Arlington, Texas have a? That's terrible. I was born in Texas. I don't know a damn thing about that state. Is there anything in Arlington, Texas
There's
that would justify?
everything there. They have the baseball, they have basketball, there's
Cowboys play there, right?
everything. Yeah, it's a
Condition.
popular spot.
What kind of condition is the property in?
Mm, it's in good condition. I don't think it needs much work, and it's a 2-story home.
Okay. I say go for it. I mean, you already know what I would say. You got a potential 29% cash on cash return for this deal. Even if I added 4,300 for some sort of property manager, it's still a 15% cash on cash return. It's still great. So yeah, I say go for it.
Okay. So, I mean, if I were to, then I would just send it as is with the seller finance payment and see what they say.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, now I wait. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Okay, let me see. David, what's up, dude?
Yeah, so I got some numbers I want to run real fast.
Okay.
Seller finance, the purchase price is 95.
Okay.
The down payment is 5,000.
Okay.
The monthly payment is wait, no, I'm bugging. It's my fault.
The rent?
The rent is 1155.
Okay. Taxes and insurance.
Hold on. The taxes is 869
Okay.
and the insurance is 136.
All right. And what are we giving them monthly?
I was running. I think I went for 500 and then I went 600. I think 600 is the max. I think. I want to double check.
The max is 750.
Is it?
However, yeah. However, that doesn't mean that I would offer 750 unless
I
you absolutely
offered. I offered 5. I think. Damn. Because I think you told me that the other day that I think my deal machine is like. I mean, yeah. I think because you was helping me and I think that our numbers looked like a little off. I gotta re-download this again. Because even right now, yours says like 1629 and mine says like 1775 for like the entry fee.
Right.
So so I told them 500 though, and they said they was gonna go back and take it to them. But 750 is because they wanted like eight into like 876, and I was like, I don't know about that. They was
Well,
like,
here's the problem with this deal. Actually, I'm going to make some adjustments really quick. So the first adjustment I'm going to make is I'm going to adjust. You have got to stop texting me. The first adjustment I'm going to make is to the assignment fee. And the reason why I'm going to make an adjustment is because your purchase price is less than $100,000. And when it's less than $100,000, you're already soaking up more than 10% for your assignment fee. So I'm going to drop this down right now to 5,000. Chances are I'm going to change it, but I want to adjust it. And then, well, then your deal is phenomenal. But here's the next thing we have to look at. The cash on cash return is great. Now, some people may look at this and say, oh, the cash on, this is the people who watch 1 or 2 of my videos and only watch 4 minutes in. By the way, I can see how much you guys watch, you know. Anyway, they see this cash on cash return. They're like, oh my God, that's phenomenal. But what they don't look at is they don't look at that.
Right.
So this deal, even though the cash on cash return looks amazing, is only going to be bringing in about $400 a month.
Okay.
So with that being said, our threshold for that is usually no less than $300. So regardless of the next level to underwriting your deal, first things first, make sure your entry fee percentage is good. You make sure your cash on cash return is good. Then you look at your cash flow. Take that number divided by 12, make sure it's more than $300 a month. As long as it's more than $300 a month, you're good to go.
So, yeah. So on the inputs page, what is it gonna say? It says 95, and then it goes to 100 because of the down payment, right? Or no, the assignment fee.
What do you mean?
Like, so you know when you press the seller finance, it goes from 95 to 100 because of the assignment fee, right?
Right, because the purchase price, what we're giving them is 95,000. What we're selling it to an investor for is 100,000, and that's because of the assignment fee is $5,000.
Okay.
Oh, and
all
I
right.
did say that I was
Also,
going to adjust this because now that I've seen the numbers and fixed them to where they should be, I think 7,500 might actually be better.
yeah, I actually was tweaking
Yeah.
with those too.
7,500 will be better.
So even with you saying that though, like, do you think that would be like hard to move? I mean, it looked like ready to go. I mean, they might have to put a new carpet or something, but they don't have to do anything crazy.
So it does need new carpet. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
what's the square footage?
hold on. Let me see. Yes. They have that right here. I don't have that because I was talking. They were like off market. I didn't get all of that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, carpet's not that bad. Your entry fee percentage is low. Your entry fee amount is low. What city is this in?
Toledo,
Where's that?
Ohio.
That's actually a pretty decent market. Yeah, I say you can lock it up at you can lock it up at this if they'll take it.
Okay, and
The
also
only
too,
thing I would probably do if you want to sell it faster, you might want to think about maybe dropping this down to 7,000, maybe 6,500. The lower this number is, the better.
which number the assignment fee?
Your assignment fee.
Yeah, that's no sweat. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I know it's $1,500 and it sucks, but I mean, I don't know who else got them. Yeah, that's so much better. Nobody's
yeah,
got
I was already playing with the numbers because I figured as much. I was like, I was like, yeah, you're probably gonna have to lower them. But also too, when it comes to like the seller financing, it's like that's always supposed to go through a title company, right? Or if it's with the seller, like they hold the deed, or like does the buyer get the deed after they sign the contract and everything?
You're talking about for this transaction or like with the balloon?
Yeah, no, like for like this transaction, like when you go to seller finance and you create the terms in the contract, don't you have to still send it to a title company?
Yeah,
or
it's still going to go through it. It's absolutely going to go through a title company.
Okay.
We're still going to use a title and escrow company. And once everything is said and done, to answer the question, now that I understand what you're asking, yes, the buyer is now going to have the title and deed in their name, the investor.
Yeah, that's what I figured because I don't know. They was kind of saying some weird stuff to me, and I was like, bro, that sounds weird. Like, it was like, there was like no, there was like, yeah, you're supposed to get the stuff. You're supposed to get the deed or whatever once you pay off all of the like the total amount or whatever. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
that
no, that's not how it works.
yeah, I'm like, you have to have a title company, and they're like, no, and I'm like, I'm not trying to argue with you. I just want to
Who was telling you that?
the like the seller or whatever. I guess I don't
Oh.
know what they was talking about. It was weird.
Sometimes people get confused with like a land contract or a wrap, and in some instances they can hold the title or the deed from being transferred over until all the money is paid off. But on a standard seller finance, that's not typical.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to double check because yeah. And also too, just the last thing. It's fine if they want to use if they want to send the terms on their paper, or like you got to push that.
No,
No,
you can go on my channel. There's a YouTube short on exactly what to look out for if they want to use their own contract. That's absolutely fine. There's only a few things you got to watch out for to make sure you're protected.
All right, I'm gonna go check that out.
All right, bet.
All right, thanks, man.
No problem. Darren, what's up, man?
Just to make sure I'm not tripping, it says included in paragraph 3B of the contract payable by the buyer to order of seller would bear interest at the rate of 5%. So that's saying that means the adding 5% annually on it. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you thought you were reading it? No, you understand it properly. Yeah, I told you the other day when we had our conversation. Your gut, when your understanding of this, follow your gut. You ain't been wrong yet.
I feel like
you can still double check with me, obviously, but trust your gut.
I feel like she tried to get me because can't the addendum like override like the contract? So like basically that contract means nothing.
You would have to. It would be an interesting battle in court, but I think ultimately she would lose because you can show the date that you sent the original contract, and then obviously you would be able to show text messages saying that they're going to use their own contract. Then they included your contract, which means they're obviously that they saw it, and there's nothing in your contract which you sent to them first stating that there was going to be any type of interest in the deal. So yeah, you would ultimately win, but it would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and like I noticed, like I'm looking through the contract, and the only part like where it says signature, I'm the only one that's signing that, and it doesn't say no seller signing that. The page that we agreed upon by basing my contract. I'm the only one.
No. You should always sign first. Then it's a legitimate offer. Then it's sent to the seller for them to review, accept, and sign. So that's okay.
No, she already signed though. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, then yeah, that's a little weird too.
Oh, she just texted you, said the special provisions on the contract states 5% interest. So hold on, I gotta open this. On the contract states 5% interest. So does the seller financing addendum, your offer did not mention anything about an interest of any kind. She's requesting 5% interest until the note is paid off. I don't think she's going to agree with the zero. Why is she telling me this now?
Yeah, so she tried to sneak in 5% interest without telling you.
Why is she telling me this now?
Well, then, I mean, I'm actually, no, let me not, because today's one of those days I wish I was going out dancing, for those of you that know what that means. So I woke up choosing violence. So I'm not going to tell you what I would say.
Bro,
you got it.
Like, that's so annoying. Like, why go through all... You going to tell me now you don't think she's going to agree to that? And she tried to sneak that in.
She absolutely tried to sneak that in. Now, I want to make sure and point this out to everyone that can hear my voice. This is why I tell you, you can't rely on me to be a crutch, because that's how he caught that contract. That's how he caught that in there, because he goes through the contract himself. That's how he knows how to structure these deals, because he structures them himself. It's okay to double check with me. But if you have a contract that a real estate agent sent you and you have no idea what you're reading, read it then. That's how you're going to understand how to navigate these contracts and stand on your own whenever I'm unavailable. At some point, I'm going to take a day off. And you guys need to be able to read and understand, or at least, hey, this doesn't sound right. This doesn't look right. Let me not sign it. Because what if he had not read the contract, got super excited that he got a deal, signed the damn thing, now he's stuck. Or on top of that, even worse, he sells the deal to an investor, the investor sees it, and they pass on the deal. The inspection period is done. Now he owes the earnest money deposit because he thought he had a buyer, but the buyer caught something that he didn't. So read your contracts. Go through it. I know it's gibberish. It's going to be gibberish until you read it. Then it actually makes a whole lot of sense. And then, yeah, after that, if you guys want me to take a look at it, I absolutely will. But don't use me as a crutch. So good job, dude. Good catch. Good fucking catch. Yeah, she tried to sneak that in. And then she acknowledged it. Like, oh, yeah, I didn't think she'd take it, so I just went ahead and put 5% in without talking to you about it. Not cool. That's not how you do that.
I sent her 2 options, like routes we can take. And she like, yeah, let's go with option 2. I was like, okay. And then we already had a discussion. She was like, yeah, write that up, shoot that my way. I was like, I know how Texas realtors get. So like, before I even write this contract up, I'm letting you know right now, I don't have access to track. So I can write it up, but ultimately I know you're going to want to use your contract. So you're going to have to, write it up. And she wrote it up, and she like, why would you try to sneak? Now I got to go on Deal Machine to see if interest can work. That's just too much.
Yep. Well, let me know how that turns out. And once it's all done and finalized and everything is right back where it's supposed to be, then I'll advise you on how I would have handled it.
If you are, she just texted me. If you are referring to, dang, this is a long paragraph. If you are referring to your agreement to purchase, this is no interest on there. The way we have it listed with 5% interest, which when I spoke to you, you said you didn't have a problem with interest because it was going to be paid off before 84 months. Let me know so that we're both understanding the same thing. Okay. So
yeah, it sounds like now she's trying to backpedal because she realized what she did.
I said I was okay with the interest building it on top of the purchase price. That's man. And I was just about to sign without reading it too, because she already know I'm finna wholesale it. I already got a buyer lined up. I was just about to call him after I signed it. I was like, you know what? Let me read it first.
There you go. Wait a minute. Darren, when's your birthday?
February 16th.
Oh, never mind.
Why, what happened?
Now it's a different Darren. I know he's a Sagittarius, and I was gonna say you got that Sag luck. But you're what, like a Aquarius?
I think so.
You're like a water sign.
Is it? I don't think like people be dissing everybody else's sign, but I really don't get. I think Aquarius is like cool with everybody. I don't hear no bad things about it.
No. I have to. I'm a fire sign, so I have to proclaim that we are the best, and then I am the best of the fire signs. So that's all. It's unpersonal. It's just the universe. Anyway, does that kind of answer your question? Like, yeah, that was a good catch. Always read your contracts. Always double check everything. And yeah, go ahead and put it through the calculator, see if the deal works, and especially if you got a buyer, see if you can get that salvaged. And then afterwards, call me and let me know how it went.
Okay.
All right. Who else has got a deal or a question? Kevin, what's up?
Can you hear me?
Of course I can. What's up?
Oh, nothing. How about yourself?
Nothing much. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I need help underwriting a deal. I found this deal in Texas, and the description says that the seller is willing to do owner finance. But I'm going to tell you the description first, just to tell you the condition first, then we'll underwrite it, okay?
All right.
All right, so it says here that everything's renovated, that the kitchen's updated, and new appliances, new countertops, new plank flooring. It says it has, what do you call it? I'm reading this so fast. It says new water heater installed, new AC installed with a warranty, exterior siding replaced, door line replaced,
So the
internal
house has been
water
flipped.
lines. Huh?
So the house has been flipped.
The house has been flipped, but it's saying that the property is being sold as is. And the only, and I don't, I'm not going to show the deal, but I'm looking at the pictures. The only thing I'm only seeing is that there's just no grass on the backyard. So
Okay. That just means they
yeah.
don't want to deal with an inspection, or they're trying to hide something. Now, the fact that they're advertising seller finance, what crazy term do they have in there? Super high interest rate or super high down payment?
It is not saying anything about it. It's just saying owner financing available. So I put
Okay.
onto
All right.
DealSniper, and so the original price was 205, and what DealSniper is giving me is $225,000.
Correct.
And the Section 8 rent, it will rent out for is $1,947 a month. The rent, sorry, no, the monthly payment to the seller, it's $830 a month with a down payment of $15,785. There's no HOA, but taxes for that year is $3,004.32, with total insurance for that year is $861.
Okay. So what's your question?
So I'm just wondering, isn't that good from your end by any chance or not?
Yeah, this is a
Like-
fantastic deal. Oh shit!
Yeah?
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Oh yeah, this is a fantastic deal. You got a 12 and a little more than 12.5% entry fee, including closing costs. If I take closing costs out, you're probably right there at 10%. Yep. So that's fantastic.
But what about the
then-
realtor commission though?
Oh, you're paying realtor commission?
No, I'm not paying. But if the assignment fee is 10 grand, so it's okay. So it's 10 grand. So, but wait, what is the average commission rate? Was it 4%?
It used to be 3% for the realtor who sells the property and 3%
Okay.
for the buyer's agent. But ever since they did that split last year where the seller is no longer responsible for all the real estate agent commissions, some real estate agents charge less than 3%. Some real estate agents charge absurdly more than 3%. But if the conversation of closing or commissions haven't been brought up, don't bring it up. Just leave it alone. Because the way it's supposed to work is whatever the commissions are for the real estate agent is supposed to come out of that paid by the seller, because the seller is the one who signed the contract with the realtor. The reason why we are willing to add closing costs or realtor costs is because we understand that the seller was okay paying $6,000, a huge chunk of money, to a real estate agent for commission when they were going to be getting a large sum of money of $225,000 at closing. But since they're only getting $15,000 at closing, that $6,000 looks a lot bigger against $15,000 versus $225,000. That's why we're willing to help the seller out with paying some of the commissions, but only if it's brought up, or if we absolutely have to use it to close the deal. But if it doesn't get brought up, then that means that, as it should be, the seller is going to pay the real estate commissions out of their down payment.
Yeah. So what do you think? Because because I want to attract to this, because I really want to attract to the owner on this. But do you think a balloon would be good on this or not?
Again, if they haven't brought it up, balloons aren't the most attractive things to buyers. So if a deal if you have two identical deals, if you had this deal and then its twin, which is the next door neighbor, both houses were the same. This property had a 15-year balloon on it and the other property had a 0 balloon on it. The investor is going to buy the other property every time.
Yeah.
So again, if they haven't brought up a balloon, leave it alone. If they do bring up a balloon, you can go a minimum of 5 years.
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 5 years. to me, it sounds a great deal, but I'm just, I'm just saying, it looks like a good deal to me. I mean, I'm not going to show it, obviously, but I mean, I'm just wondering. But wait, what is the return on it? Oh, that's not bad of a return, actually. Was it 56,000 a year, you say?
59.
59, 1,500. Okay. No, that's good.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. All right.
Awesome.
Well, I'll definitely send them out. I was gonna ask one more thing. I forgot. I'll DM you my other question later. And just my mind's all over the place.
No worries. Anybody else
All right,
have a
thanks.
question? No problem.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, Sean, I have a general question.
What's up, dude?
I had so going back to one of my deals, the seller agreed to paying 0% interest the first year and then increasing interest to either like between 5 and 7%. It's negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something an investor can refi out of after year 1 or year 2, or does it not make sense?
Is it a straight seller finance?
Yeah, straight seller finance.
I mean, maybe after year 2, it would
Okay.
be much easier for them to do it that way. I would still put whatever interest rate you guys end up finalizing into the calculator to make sure that you know and can advise the potential investor what that is going to be in the event that they can't refinance out of it for whatever reason.
Okay, and it obviously, it needs a cash flow then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, it's not going to work. And then she's asking me afterwards. I already sent her the PO funds spiel. She's asking me again, and she's asking me for credit score, and she's asking me for EMD. And I wanted to be transparent with her. I told her, like, the EMD's got to be towards the end of the inspection period because it's the investor, the end buyer is putting it down, not me. And it looks like the seller is gonna still want the EMD up front, but the property's fallen out of contract twice because 2 previous buyers tried doing traditional funding and it didn't go through. So I mean, should I just dig my heels around and say, hey, listen, like, I know this property's been in the market for a while. I want to, I already told her I want to give this my best shot to sell it. We need to do the EMD towards the end because I'm not the one putting the EMD down. The end buyer is putting the EMD down.
Yeah, I would absolutely say it's always worth trying one more time to explain what the situation is, make sure everybody's on the same page, make sure they truly understand what's going on. And if they either don't understand after that or don't care, then yeah, I'm not wasting my time on that.
Yeah, just walk away. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay. Well, good luck to you.
Yeah, because I think there's a discrepancy because the seller's at 0% up front for the first year, but he wants like $1,600, $1,800, which is not 0%. 0% is like $875 on this deal. So I think I need to just spell it out for them via email to the realtor so she can see that and she can forward them. And I did send her like a screenshot of the cash on cash return saying it needs to be here for this to work as well too.
Yeah, I think I think that was the right move.
Okay. And my other question is kind of similar: is if I'm running into properties, like a realtor in Texas would refer me to a Dallas property, cash on cash return isn't really there. But the cash on cash return for SDR is there. Is that something that I can pivot to an investor and we can market it to a short-term rental investor because they're
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to have some other parameters. No HOA is good.
Okay.
There's got to be a reason or a market for Airbnb in that area.
Okay.
Usually something, a stadium, a amusement, something. You know what I mean? There's got to be a market.
So
yeah.
there should be a market.
And then it's got to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, it's in good shape. It's turnkey. The cash and cash return right now, I have expenses in there right now. It's almost 30. It's 33.98%.
What's the cash flow?
18,240.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Okay, so let me see if I can lock this up. Actually, since it's not, so right now their PITI is $2,000. I guess I can add more of a seller finance payment on top of that then, since I have some margin with the short-term cash and cash return, right?
Absolutely, you can.
What do I want to be at 10% or higher with short-term?
Higher with short-term. You want to be your bottom is 12.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, you can see the ranges right here.
Perfect. Okay. I'll see what I can do. This might be something then.
Cool deal. Let me know if you need any help.
Appreciate it.
No worries. Kevin, you remember your question?
Okay. Yes, I do. Okay. On that deal that we just did,
Mhm.
do you um what if they have asked for interest? What do you think would be like the best interest? Like 4%, 5% on this?
Well, it's
If
not
they
going to
ask
be
for
by
interest.
the interest. It's going to be by the cash on cash return. So this is your deal, right?
Yes.
All right. So the payment should be $800.
Yeah.
Let's put in, what did you say? 4%?
Let's just put 4% as an example.
Okay. So on this screen, now that everything's filled out with my numbers, I see here that the payment should be $1,002. So now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to put in $1,002 and we'll see what my cash on cash return does.
Oh wow. Oh, that's a big difference.
So, I mean, technically it still works, but that's bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, no, that's too
I mean,
much.
and it's barely scraping the $300 minimum monthly cash flow. This is at like $289, $290.
Yeah. Now, my other question is, if I get this contract locked up, and because I know they're going to ask for EMD for sure. If I dispo this to your team, how quickly can they do an EMD like within like 2 days or something?
Oh no, my team doesn't put down EMD, and neither should you.
Oh no, no, I thought about your buyers. Your buyers, like how quickly can they put the EMD down?
All EMD for all of our deals are due on or before the end of the inspection period. And we have a inspection period of a minimum of 10 business days.
10 business days.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, if it's a really good deal, moves quick, it could be quick, but in the
Uh-huh.
contract, it should state that EMD is due. And they also should know that you're wholesaling the deal if they don't.
Uh-huh. And
Did you
if
tell them that you're wholesaling the deal?
I'm not contacting them yet. I have not. But
Okay.
if they ask me, I'll let you know. Um, but if when they send me if they send me their contract and there's no assignment clause, I can easily just ask them just ask them to put the assignment clause in there, right?
Yeah, but again, if you let them know ahead of time that you're wholesaling a deal, then that should already be in the contract. They'll just
Okay.
add because they'll know that it needs to be there.
Uh-huh. And one more thing, for the title, are we when we get the deal locked up, and I think you already answered this question. Are we the one finding the title company, or is your buyers finding the title? Or are they doing the title company?
My team will do, if we're disposing the deal, we'll take care of title, we'll take care of escrow, we'll take care of the transaction coordination, we'll take care of everything.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I was
you
like,
won't have to- you won't have to.
I've been researching. Oh, what is the best title company and all this, and we're like, ugh. I'll just ask Sean instead.
Yeah, my team will take care of that. But full disclosure, we typically use Stewart title.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Hey, I remember
Okay.
my question.
Okay, go ahead. All right.
No, I'm done.
Who else has a question? Anybody?
Anyone
Rachel, what's
using
up?
VAs? Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Hi Sean. Remember the hybrid deal we were doing? I don't know if it was hybrid, but that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you were supposed to be getting the principal and interest, tax, insurance, and the balance, right?
Yes.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I have it.
All right. Let's take a look. What is it listed for? Or what did you offer them purchase price wise?
704.
Okay. And what is the mortgage balance?
533.
Okay. What is the monthly payment?
4,813.
Damn.
Yes. I know. So that's like
What's the interest rate?
6.99.
Oh, that's why. Okay. What are you giving them as a down payment?
49,000.
Okay. So 121. What'll it rent for?
2,800.
I'm sorry, how much?
2,800.
Okay, any realtor commission?
No.
All right. Now I'm going to tell you right now, the deal doesn't work.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Now,
thought it looked off.
can you identify also why the deal doesn't work?
Um,
Hold on, just in case. Okay. Can you tell me why this deal doesn't work?
uh, is it because it's a high PITI?
That has something to do with it. So right now, off the bat, this property costs $4,800 a month to own, and it's only going to be bringing in $2,800 a month in income.
Oh,
So that means that $2,000 a month is negative. So if we look at the cash on cash return, if I put this at 4,800
Mhm.
and not giving them anything, this thing is losing $29,000 a year.
Ooh, yikes.
And the
okay.
reason for that is because it costs more than it'll bring in.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. Okay.
What about short term?
Let's see. For short term, what were we negative? 29,000?
Yeah, 29,000.
I'll do. That's not enough.
We got 7.
We're at hybrid. Ooh, yeah, I think you're right. I think 7 is it. I'm telling you, man, you're doing the next training. I'm taking the day off. Like I got a protege. Go, yeah. I'm gonna take the day off and go in VR and just stab people. Yeah, it needs to. The short term rental would need to be $7,000 a
Okay.
month
Wow. Okay.
for it to work.
It's unlikely though.
What city is it in?
This is in Hartford.
Connecticut?
Yeah.
I don't know shit about Hartford, Connecticut, so I don't know. I don't know none of. I can't help you with that one. But I can tell you that your entry fee percentage is great, even with your assignment fee. But this does not cash flow as a long-term rental, and you need to underwrite it as a short-term rental to see if it'll work. So what you'll do is you'll just go to AirDNA, put the address in. It'll tell you the projected income. It'll be in the top corner right here. And then you just take that number divided by 12, whatever it gives you, put it right there.
Okay. Okay. Let me
And
see
then,
that.
then you'll click on hybrid. And assuming all these numbers are filled in, it'll give you a either positive or negative cash on cash return. And if it is more than 12%, which is bottom of the barrel, but it is good. It is still
Okay.
technically movable.
All right. Let me see. I'll keep you updated.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. Anybody else?
Sean,
What's up?
I think I fucked up too.
What did you do?
Damn. So looking at it,
It's like that. What did you do?
So I was, I plugged all the numbers in.
Uh-huh.
The shit don't cash flow even with the interest. Oh, even without. And I don't even know how I messed up that bad.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
No, man. You can't. Not after I've been talking all this ish. What kind of deal is it? Seller
Maybe.
finance?
Yeah, it's a straight up seller finance.
All right. What's the purchase price? We'll just look at it real quick.
All right, so the purchase price is 1 million. I'm sorry.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's 345.
All right. What's the seller finance amount?
345, seller finance amount 320. That's what. The down 25.
Will it rent for?
Dang, 1,800.
Okay. Realtor commission?
0, but short term is 2,700.
All right. Tax and insurance?
Yeah, this is what killed me. All right, so taxes 5,000.
Damn.
HOA is 430.
Oh, that's what'll do it. 400. Yeah.
Yeah, and insurance is 1,300. And I remember me underwriting this deal. I
What's the
don't
monthly? Wait. What's the monthly payment? Hold on.
700.
Oh yeah, no, that's dead. Yeah.
Like I don't. How did I? Huh?
Did you forget the HOA the
I
first
think I,
time?
I
Because
think
if
I
you
might have.
did,
No, it couldn't have.
no. Then yeah.
I think I did. I think I forgot the HOA for the short term. That's probably why I sent it.
Yeah, but
Hopefully they go option one because I got a buyer lined up and there will be cash flow about 1,100.
I mean it still works as a short term.
But look at the cash flow.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn.
Yeah, that is not is it in really good shape?
Yeah.
Like
We were
just
going with
recently renovated, like nobody's ass has ever sat on the toilet in the bathroom because it's new.
fuck. What happened? Yeah, nah, it's not like that. Damn. She said we are going with 70 to 345. Damn. So I'm just going to text it, be like, nah, that's not going to work.
Wait, what do they want to go with? What are the
They
terms?
want to go with that option, the 700 a month, and no interest. Damn.
700 a month, no interest balloon.
7 years. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't remember that. Wait, remove the HOA. See if that makes a difference.
It doesn't. It only goes to like 8 and some change.
What about the short term?
Well, the short term is still because of the no.
Damn. What?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, that's tight. Ba, 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 ba. The only thing that you could do is try and push it as a homestead deal. You just got to find someone that's got $42,000.
That's a high entry fee, I must say.
That's not actually not for a $355,000 property. No, it's not. It's less than 12%, and that's including closing costs. If we take out the closing costs, it's less than 10%. That's phenomenal. That's what you're gonna have to do, Darren. You're gonna have to find a homestead buyer, I think. I mean, you can push it both. You can push it as an investor deal, but $3,200. Yeah, you're like what, $12, $13 short of that margin for $300 a month. Oh no, it's 268. Yeah, I can't do math today. What city is it in again?
Text. City. San Antonio.
I still say go for it.
Go for it.
Why the fuck? It's free. Why not? Set the proper expectation. Say, okay, look, I understand where you're coming from. I'm gonna get the contract. Full disclosure. This deal isn't the best with what option you guys picked. It's not the best for my investors. So I'm going to do everything I can to get this thing pushed out. I'll keep you updated. I'll give you an update at the end of next week and let you know where we're at. Hopefully, I'm bringing you a buyer, proof of funds, and EMD.
Well,
And
for
push
a
it.
homestead though, I feel like
No. Push it for both. Push it for both. Say what? An extra 30 minutes making dispo maps for a homestead deal and an investor. What if you get a new-ish investor, someone who's recently a wholesaler, sees this deal and is like, hey, I'm totally okay with $270 a month in cash flow. And they want to take it because it's their first one. They live in that hometown. They're local. They're just now getting into investing. You don't know. Don't make decisions for people. Let them make their own decision. 30 minutes for you to make this material and push these deals out. So what? Set the proper expectation with the real estate agent. Hey, I'm going to do my best. I'll keep you updated. I'll shoot you an update at the end of next week. And then make sure you do that. Into next week, call them. Shoot them a text first thing in the morning. Hey, I'm going to give you a call this afternoon. Are you free around 2 o'clock? I want to give you an update. They're going to love it. Because you know how many wholesalers do that? Hardly any. So you're going to stand out. So even if the deal doesn't work, you're building rapport. And then if it doesn't work, you bring it, you say, hey, you know, I like I talked about before, it doesn't cash flow the best. None of my investors bit on the deal. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to cancel unless your seller is willing to come down. But even then, I don't know if we're going to be able to come down to where it needs to work and it's still going to make sense for them. But if you have anyone in the future who, you know, you'd like to give me a stab at, hopefully you appreciate the way that I work, let me know. And then move on.
Okay. Homestead buyers, man. I guess I gotta spend the rest of the day trying to figure out how to.
San Antonio is a big place, dude. All you have to do is find someone who's been saving up money to buy a house but doesn't have the credit to buy it. Put it on Facebook Marketplace. Hell, you know what? I'll tell you what. Someone wants to take an idea and run with it, something that I just don't have any more time in the day to do. Start and or find a homestead group on Facebook. Advertise it, fill it up with people. Do you have any idea how valuable access to that group as a wholesaler would be?
Hell yeah.
Anyone who does creative deals can be able to post their deals there. Just for people, hey, can't go to a bank to buy a house? Join this group. If we post a deal in your area, you can take a look at it. It's free to join. You make it free for them, and you can start charging wholesalers to post their deals there. Yeah, you want to join this group? $50 a month. That's chump change compared to getting a homestead deal sold with a $10,000 assignment fee. So someone wants
That's a great idea.
Yeah, I have them sometimes. Someone want to start that? Start it, and then shoot me an invite. I'll pay $50 a month to join that group for my dispo team because I don't have one and I don't have the time to make one. But yeah, Darren, that's what I would do. I would still go for it. It's right on the cusp of being good. So I would say you got like a 40% chance of selling it either way. Take it.
Okay.
Anybody else have a question?
Yeah, Sean, I have a just general question. It's redundant. Can you just break down? So when we're doing a hybrid deal, seller financing obviously is in the formula above. So purchase price minus mortgage minus down payment. So that is on the input side. Oh, on the hybrid side, that's just going to be the extra payment that goes to the seller, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so for example, if the seller finance amount breaks down to, let's say, I don't know, 10, just for layman's terms, $10,000.
Well, you want me to go to the hybrid page for this one?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah. So the seller finance amount here is 121, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we just, whatever the term is, whatever terms we agree to, we just put that monthly payment in.
Correct.
So if it's like a 10-year term, then we divide the 121,000 by 10. And
Oh,
put that
no.
Glad
This, the term should always be 30. The amortization is always going to be 30.
30. Yeah.
You're just figuring out, you're kind of reverse engineering what payment's going to work to support the cash on cash return. Now in this situation, it's negative. So no matter what you put in, it's not going to work.
Mhm.
But if it were positive, let me make it positive really quick. What does this rent for? $2,000. Let's do the 850. Okay. So now that it's a positive cash on cash return, now I just need to figure out how much money I need to give the seller in order to start paying down that equity.
Mhm.
So I can give them $250 a month and I'll get 20% cash on cash return. If I give them $500 a month, I get a 16% cash on cash return. So that's
Okay.
all. But the term should always be 30.
Okay. And when you say equity, obviously, you know, whatever the equity they have in the home, right?
That would be this here. So that's what a hybrid is. So what's a seller finance? A seller finance means they don't own a mortgage.
Mhm.
They just own the property outright. So whatever they sell it for, whatever their property is worth, that's their equity.
Yep.
So on a hybrid deal, or okay, now let's look at a sub two. Sub two, they have a mortgage. They're not getting their equity. Their house could be worth $200,000. If they're only selling it for close to what their mortgage is for whatever their life situation is that's causing them to do that, then they're leaving their equity on the table. On a hybrid, the reason why it's a hybrid is because it doesn't work as a sub two, and it doesn't work as a sub two is because they want their equity.
Mm.
So what we're doing is we're subject toing the mortgage, and then we're seller financing their equity.
Yeah, whatever they have free, whatever
Correct.
they have. So we're seller financing that portion. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then.
Cool.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem. Anybody else have a question?
One more question.
Sure.
When we have the template for the email, when we send it to the realtor, is it okay? I think I asked you this before, but I wasn't sure about your answer. Can we put the EMD on the template just to show how serious we are to on a certain property or not?
Can you put the EMD in the template? What do you mean?
Like the earnest money deposit, like let's see, like we put our template, but we add in like but my earnest money deposit will be like $1,500 because that is showing you how serious I am for this house. That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
but no, that's not going to mean anything to them because that's just an email. It'll mean something to them when you actually transfer $1,500 to title, which you shouldn't be doing. The buyer's going to do that.
Right.
So I mean, you can. I don't see any harm in doing it. I just don't see any benefit in doing it either.
Okay. So okay, all right. Because I did that last time. I think that kind of like ruined like the seller's whatever motivation when I try to like sell me this property. So that's
Okay.
fine. I appreciate it though.
No worries. Let me see. Is that a cool world?
Ah, shit.
Yeah, that's me. Sorry.
What's up?
So I'm getting into wholesaling land, and I'm kind of struggling on finding buyers. Do you have like any ways for me to find buyers like easier? I'm kind of struggling. I have a potential deal for somebody located in Michigan, but I'm kind of struggling to find a buyer.
I can hear like 4 people that have been on my training calls before laughing their asses off right now. I am the absolute worst with land. I mean, my team has like 4 or 5 land buyers, and they're not even that good. My team, we don't do land. The only thing that I would suggest is searching up land specific groups in Michigan, joining them on Facebook, and then networking with the people in those groups to see who they may know that may be interested in the deal.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Like
very
I
much.
could tell you all day that, oh yeah, I could move everything. No, I'm not going to waste your time.
Yeah, I started with like wholesaling houses, but it was a different way than what you guys are doing it because you guys are doing it through seller finance. I learned through a guy named Tyson Smith. I don't know if you know who he is.
Yeah,
and
it was guy, right?
Said what?
Full cash guy, right?
Yeah. It was like it was only for pure class or for pure cash. Sorry, I can't speak. So I'm kind of new to this thing. I have really bad social anxiety, so I'm kind of trying to break through that so I can actually like get started. I actually got really close for one of my deals. I was looking at like a $27,000 assignment fee for my first deal.
Nice.
But the guy didn't sign a contract, and I got to get through this social anxiety I got because it's kind of holding me back here.
That's all right. I mean, first step is recognizing that you've got it. And then the second step is actually taking a step to break it, which is jumping on in front of all of us to have a conversation with me. That's ballsy, dude. And I couldn't even hardly tell from the jitteriness in your voice that you were nervous. It didn't even sound like it. So I'd say you're on the right track.
Yeah. I will come back when I have like an actual another question. I'm kind of just trying to like learn how you guys are doing this right now, and I'll be back if I have another question. I'm just gonna try to like learn what you guys are doing.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Anybody else have another question? All right. Then I will end the training for tonight. Cool world. If you need me, you can always just DM me in the main chat. I will be in there after my disposition and acquisition meeting with my team in about 13 minutes.
So
This recording.
Is it do you do the cash deals too, or is it just you only do seller finance?
Yeah, we do cash. We do cash. We can do cash. We can do any creative. We can do novation deals. We can do straight on market. We
Okay.
can do single family, multifamily, commercial real estate, commercial buildings. We can do anything basically but land.
Yeah. So do you have like any buyers in the area that I can look in?
For land, no.
No, not land, not land. I'm kind of like I'm trying to do both here, but
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. What city?
any city, honestly, it doesn't really, as long as it doesn't like restrict wholesaling or anything, there's no restriction on it. I'm fine.
For that, Ohio, Milwaukee, Birmingham. What was the other one? St. Louis, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Bessemer.
So do these buyers have any like desired counties that they look in, or is it just anywhere in like, for example, Ohio?
Anywhere that's not ghetto.
Yeah, that's why I try to look away from.
Yeah, it can't. Like if it's a really good Section 8 property, some investors won't mind, but most investors who are trying to build a portfolio, they don't want their properties in like a war zone. So
Yeah,
it's got to be in a relatively decent area.
I was telling people
We're not
in
talking
our
about Beverly Hills. you know.
yeah. I was telling people in our Discord that like, because there was a guy who was trying to wholesale in Detroit, and I'm native there. I came from there, and I was telling him to try to stay away from places that isn't like close to downtown, because anything other than that is really ghetto. You know, it's the middle, it's smack dab in the hood, and investors don't really like buying in the hood.
Yeah, they don't.
So yeah, I try to stay away from that. I try to go anywhere we're in the suburbs. I can't speak. Suburbs.
Yeah, there's a what is it? Chicago, Harvey, Illinois. You could bring me a property. Could be a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, just recently renovated, $5,000. An investor won't take it. $5, an investor won't take it. They just won't. Harvey is too far gone for investors. There's some parts of Birmingham, Alabama that are just too far gone for most investors. So as far as the cities that I gave you guys, as long as it's a relatively decent, and when I say decent, again, I'm not talking about anything special, just not the hood. That's all.
So, and anything that's within like an hour of like a major sports team, because I also heard that from
If it's within a major sports team or stadium, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. I'll be sure to look in those states. Could you, if you have any time, could you like DM me those states in the Discord? It's the same name as what's in here, so I can just have a list of what to look for or what states to look in.
I'll do you one better. Go to the quick question guide channel. There's a Google sheet there with all that information and a bunch more that'll help you out, especially if you're new to creative.
Oh, for sure. Thank you.
It's all broken down for you.
Thank you very much. You're like a big help.
No problem.
You're a giant help, bro. Thank you.
Kevin, what's up, man?
Are you familiar with InvestorLift by any chance?
I am familiar with InvestorLift.
Do you think that it will work with DealSniper or not?
You can use InvestorLift for DealSniper deals. We do. We use InvestorLift and InvestorBase. And we haven't had any issues. So yeah, I don't see why you can't.
Yeah, because I was like, they have some better deals there, because some of them maybe foreclose or auction or whatnot. But
are you talking about to get deals under contract?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no! Don't use InvestorLift.
Oh, okay.
InvestorLift is for investors and wholesalers who already have the deals under contract that isn't leaving a whole lot of meat on the bone for anyone else, if you know what I mean. So yeah, no, I would not use DealSniper on InvestorLift deals. Those are already under contract by another wholesaler. 99% of the time.
Okay. All right. I
Sorry,
never
thought
knew
you
that.
meant for dispo.
No, I mean, I never knew that. All right.
No
I
problem.
appreciate it, though.
No worries. Anybody else have any other questions?
Sean, after a property goes stale on the MLS and it's taken off the market, off the MLS, how long do we have to wait till we actually can start making cash offers, decent cash offers, like 0.65%?
Probably 90 days.
90 days. Okay.
Yeah, at a minimum.
Okay.
Maybe even closer to 6 months, depending on the market.
Oh, wow. Okay. Good to know.
Yeah. Because you
So
got to
do you
remember
guys-
what has changed in 90 days from a property not selling for 90 days. You know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah,
makes sense.
nothing.
Now, if it was on market, jacked up, and then they fixed it in 90 days or even in a month, and then now it's completely different, then yeah, all day long you can do a cash offer on that, but it probably won't work because now it'll sell on market.
Okay. Makes sense.
Anybody else?
I'm just.
You
I
guys
have my
may look off
fingers
market,
crossed.
right? Oh, sorry, Darren.
What's
I
up,
was just
Darren?
saying. I was just saying. I have my fingers crossed. Hopefully, she go with option 1.
I thought you wanted to go to option 2 last time.
No, she went with option 2. Oh yeah. You're right. But yeah, hopefully she go with option 2 because I got a buyer lined up for that.
There you go. That's what's up. Cool world. I'm not gonna keep calling you that. What's your name, dude?
It's my name is Rashawn. You can call me Ray for
Rashawn.
short.
Ray?
Yeah.
Ray, what's up, dude? You had a question?
Yeah. So you guys mainly look off market, right? Or do you guys look on market too?
For DealSniper, they're all on market. I mean, you can do it off market, but
That's a
typically
lot
it's
of
on
yeah.
market.
I assume off market would be a lot of cold calling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one more thing, do you have like a website that can like mass text people? So it can be a little bit faster than just cold calling. I can kind of just do it automatically.
Textly is really good, or any other platform that's like Textly.
Okay.
And I believe Go High Level has one that you can use as well.
Okay.
Lead funnel, Go High Level.
Go high level good.
Yeah, I like
You
Go
just
High
need
Level.
to get a phone number and like the A2P and all that, and my brain kind of melted after trying to figure all that out.
Yeah, I'm potentially about to close my first deal. I'm potentially about to JV with somebody who's in the Discord. I'm just in the process of trying to find a buyer. But the bad thing is it is in the hood, so I don't know how that's going to work. And he doesn't have any pictures for me. He doesn't have any pictures.
Oh, it's his deal. I get it.
It's Brandon.
No. I was saying, how are you JVing if you're the one trying to find a buyer, but he's JVing with you? Meaning it's his deal that you're trying to find a buyer for.
Yeah, he has it as a contract. I'm just helping him trying to find a buyer for it. But the problem is it is in the hood, and I don't know how that's going to go. And he doesn't have any pictures for me, so I'm kind of like stuck. Or rather, do I start dialing right now and asking these people?
Because he's got to get the photos. What are you saying?
Yeah.
You get someone on the phone, and they're going to be like, okay, cool, let me see it. You're going to be like,
that's why I've kind of just been. I got like a list. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's called Virtual Flip Leads. I kind of have a list of potential buyers, but I haven't been dialing because I don't have any pictures of the property yet. So I'm kind of just.
It's on market.
It's off. I think it's. I don't know. Let me see. I think it's on market. I'm not sure. He has it locked up though, but he said the guy's realtor is out of state.
Oh. Why would you pick a real estate agent that's out of state? Maybe it's a family member.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
no, that still doesn't make sense.
I am native there, but I'm not on the deal. So if I could be used like as an inspector, I could go take pictures myself because I'm not too far from the area. But I don't know.
And when you mean the hood,
absolutely work that out. Well, yeah, don't get shot either. Bring your Glock.
Yeah. It's not that bad. It's not in the red zone or nothing like that. It's kind of just like kind of near downtown, but not near downtown.
You ever watch a movie and then you see the movie and you call your arms dealer and you're like, what's the name of that gun in that movie? And he tells you, and you're like, yeah, I need that. That's what I did with John Wick 1's gun. I don't go anywhere without my HK. I don't go to the bathroom without my gun.
I haven't gotten to
Bro.
that one yet. I don't really know. I've
Are you
thought
talking
about
about
it.
Brandon, Florida? Is it in Florida?
No, Brandon's the name of the person.
Oh,
Hold on. Let me see. I can find his name. Hold on.
No, it doesn't matter. We don't need the name.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
You're gonna have to get the photos, and that's the only way you're gonna be able to push the deal. And
He
depending
did
on how
tell-
long it's been under contract, he needs to tell the seller, the real estate agent, you are cutting into my inspection window, and I can't push this deal without photos. So we're gonna extend the inspection window.
Yeah, he says we have to the 29th this month. I'm pretty sure it's sometime the end of this month, so I'm not sure. And he did say that the property is completely turnkey. I did try to look at the property. There's like minimum pictures on there. There's none on the inside, so I really don't know how it looks. So I'm kind of just sitting here stuck. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he's talked to you yet or not. I'm not sure.
No, I mean, I don't know the address you're talking about, but I would have to talk with my disposition team to see if. But anything that my team is moving, I mean, if there's a way to move it, they'll move it.
Yeah, it is on the market. I got it pulled up here.
So then there are no photos of it online?
I kind of hate when people do this, but they'll list their property and only take pictures of the outside. So there's only 4 pictures of it, of the outside, the front and the back. There's no inside pictures. So it's been on the market for 120 days with 200 people who have saw it. He said he has it locked up. I just don't have any photos.
Yep,
And
you got to get the photos. There's no way around it.
I mean, could I technically be a quote unquote inspector and get the photos myself?
You can, yeah.
I'll ask him. Because I'm not too far from there. I'm probably like 6 miles away. I can go get them myself if I really need to.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I would do. And
All right,
still get an extension on the inspection.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Depending
I'll let
on how many days it's been. If it's only been 2 days, well, then it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I'll let him know that that I spoke to you and to like extend the expense, because that is kind of ridiculous. The realtor is like out of town and we can't get any pictures. That's kind of crazy.
Okay.
I'm praying tomorrow this buyer submits this EMD. Because if he don't, that realtor probably gonna cuss me out.
Well, that's one of the things that comes with the territory.
Hopefully.
Welcome
All
to
right.
reality.
Does anybody else have any other questions before I let you guys go? Because I got to go jump on a meeting with my team.
Nope, I'm good.
All right. You
I'm
guys
good
have a
here.
great night. This recording will be uploaded tomorrow morning if anyone needs to rewatch it. Other than that, you guys have a great night. I'll talk to you later.
You too.
All right, Sean.